Hello, everyone. It's Beverly and Cherie with Aging Backwards. Hey, Bev,
Hey,
how's it going
Sherry,
today?
how are you? It's an awesome day, a very, what is it, an auspicious day. It's been snowing here for, I don't know, since yesterday. So we've been having fun with the power. So hopefully we have good karma with us to go through this without getting shut down. But it's
Right.
beautiful outside, though. It's so gorgeous, though.
As we were getting set up, Beverly's power went out twice as we were getting set up. So if something happens, we will just continue and she'll hop back on.
Yeah.
That's how things go, you
Yeah, it's
know?
okay.
Yep. So it is Sunday. It is time for our next episode, and we are doing Beating the Winter Blues.
As I go through the winter snow.
Well, and it was snowing here. They just, the driveway just got shoveled out, but we only got an inch here, but an hour from here, they got like 4 inches and it's still snowing. So,
Wow.
yeah, and this week was really cold. I'm in central Wisconsin. It was super cold this week. I have duty out in front of school, helping the children out of the cars because
Mhm.
their parents can't come into school. So, and the one morning it was like 0 and -6. I'm
Wow.
like, it was cold. So we got the old hand warmers in our
Yeah.
mittens. So
Well, we've got some of that cold weather here. It's not as frigid as where you are, but it was like Friday. A friend of mine had a birthday, so we went out to the harbor to have dinner. And
oh,
on the harbor, it is the most gorgeous setting. It's just absolutely beautiful. We got there at sunset, so the scenery was gorgeous. Yachts out there. There's a big Ferris wheel, just so beautiful. It's over the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, like picturesque. But we were walking from our car to get to the restaurant, and it was so cold. It felt like we were in the tundra of Alaska or something. The wind was whipping because, it's right on the water. And it was, I don't know what the temperature is. It must have been like 20s or something. And we had coats and we were all bundled up. It's just like we felt like we were a fish out of water because we're not used to it being that bitterly cold here. But we
yeah.
braved the weather and made it out, and it was really worth it because a lot of the restaurants are closed, and this is one of the few restaurants that was open. And it was almost like the restaurant wasn't open because they have it. Only so many people can be in the restaurant, and it's like one table with us, and we couldn't see anybody until we looked across the other side of the restaurant. Like, it was very safely set up where we can have that time to celebrate her birthday. But it was like a ghost town, like compared to the thriving number of people
Oh,
that you're used to having in a restaurant setting. So this thing is still happening, and it's still
mm-hmm.
impacting us while we need our event about getting through the winter blues.
Yeah, I thought this would be like the great topic for us. You
Okay.
know, I'll share my screen here. Here's our title page. And this is us, Meet Your Health Coaches. So I'm Sherry Lynn. I'm a culinary nutrition expert, health educator, certified consistency coach at Sherry Lynn Inc. I'm the founder of the Exhaustion Fix. I help exhausted, busy women learn how to eat to help put their hormones in check so they can start to feel awake again and fit into those jeans in the back of their closet. And if you would like a essential energy boosters guide, you can copy that link right there and plug that into your browser and grab that for yourself. It's free, doesn't cost
Absolutely
you anything.
wonderful. We can use an energy booster right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's great. Thanks, Sherry. So, hello, everyone. Again, I'm Beverly. I'm a certified health and wellness coach. My company is Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching. I've coached clients who've lost up to 50 pounds in the course of 1 year. I specialize in working with women to elegantly transform through menopause in my holistic programs that I offer online, individually, and group settings. My tagline is Step into Dazzling Health, and my website is there, and you can check out all the stuff that I offer for those who are looking to go through the menopause stage very elegantly.
Yep. And Bev always has her high heel on there. Step into dazzling health.
Absolutely great reference. Yeah, thanks, Sherry.
So before we go any further, we have to do our disclaimer.
Yes,
Would you read it?
absolutely happy to do so. So this information is for educational and informational purposes only and solely as a self-help tool for your own use. We're not providing medical, psychological, or nutritional therapy advice. You should not use this information to diagnose, treat any health problems or illness without consulting your own medical practitioner. Always seek the advice of your own medical practitioner and or mental health provider. Always, excuse me, I got water here. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So always consult your own healthcare provider about your specific health situation, and the full disclaimer is listed there.
Yep. So if you just copy that and put that in your URL, you can read the whole thing if you would like to.
Always keep
So.
the water handy, and I think that hydration, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Exactly. So beat the winter blues. So everyone I have talked to, especially in the last week, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're fatigued, no energy. It is cold outside. It's dark in the morning. You get out of work. It's dark when you get out of work, dark early. You feel unproductive. You don't have energy to go exercise, and you're reaching for comfort food. I talked to a lady yesterday that she gained 20 pounds over this COVID, and she's just beside herself. And it's, the pandemic has really brought on a lot of stress
True,
and
very true.
isolation. And we're going to share with you some things today that you've heard us say before in some of our past episodes, but we're going to talk about them again just to familiarize yourself with them and things that you can do maybe to help yourself. So this is going to be about self-care as well.
Absolutely. And especially this time of year, when the season is still like the shorter days, people fall into a situation where this affects them psychologically.
Yes, and the seasonal depression thing is real. It's really real.
Right.
So our first slide, we're talking about mental health and productivity. And this first one is totally me. It's totally me. Let go of perfection. I like to do things perfect. Like if I have even a slide like this, and there better not be a typo on it or a misspelled word or a.
Yeah, you definitely use that. That's that teacher side of you.
Yep. Yep. And then to slow down, do less sometimes because we expect so much out of ourselves. Like I know Beverly, you run all hours of the night sometimes, and I'm like, I can't do that. And we're two different people, of course, and I need more sleep and I need more of that routine. But if there's something that's really pressing, I can stay up, but then I pay for it the next day. So say no and don't get overscheduled. That's really hard. And people are asking for things again, and it's just do the things that you need to do for you.
Yeah.
And pause on technology. We don't have to be, and I binge Netflix. I love to watch a show just to come down, but then I have to let my eyes rest, or when I go to sleep, I can't sleep because my eyes are still like, and I'll even turn the light on the screen down.
Okay.
Or kind of filter it out. But, if I'm watching it right up until I go to bed, I can tell that my eyes just aren't ready yet for sleep. So, and some people take melatonin, which helps. I can't take melatonin. I tried it one time. I woke up screaming. I woke up in a nightmare. I was like, it put me in such a deep sleep that I had this nightmare, and I woke up yelling my son's name.
Wow.
I know it wasn't good. So
well,
another
no for you then.
no, and my boyfriend takes it and he's like, "Oh, you should try this." I'm like, I tried it. Oh, not good.
Well,
So
other ways to get some sleep. I love my herbal teas, and you just have to be careful. Some have caffeine, but herbal teas are really good for sleep.
I know one of the other health coaches had on their site Calm. It
Mhm.
was a container. It was called Calm. I haven't personally tried it, but she was promoting that, and highly trust her. So she said it really works well for um, just calming yourself down, like the name says.
Yeah. Well, I
So
would encourage that over the melatonin for you. But everybody's body is a little different. I just like the routine of the nighttime preparation and having my little cup of tea and knowing that, okay, my brain knows when the tea shows up, get ready to go to bed and sleep.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get in that habit forming, that habit looping where your body knows that that's a key.
Right.
That's a
Yes,
key that, okay, we're going to start calming down now.
absolutely.
So I think one of the things too is we're so busy, busy, busy. We want to get so much done. We're in this society of we're judged on how much we get accomplished.
Yeah. The constant
And
output.
and we're not happy or feel good unless we have that busy sensation anymore.
Mhm.
So my next bullet is pick 3 tasks from your to-do list and prioritize those and make sure you do those today
Mhm.
and the rest can go on tomorrow.
And another thing for me, this is, my world. I've got spinning plates everywhere, and I will have my list and I'll have my top things that I'd like to do. But I feel so accomplished if I get one thing done. And I celebrate that one thing. If that's all that you can do, you know me, I'm up till
Mhm.
the wee hours of the morning and I get started, pretty early. So I have a pretty aggressive business cycle, but it's I'm a human being. I can only do so much. So I do have the support of having someone to help me with that. But I try to make sure that I had something that I could look back over the day and say, you know what, I was productive today.
Absolutely. And I think some of your tasks are larger tasks, Buff, too. They're not like small little things that you can just cross off your list. Yours are like always seems to be. So the other
Yeah,
thing that you can do,
exactly. I totally agree with that.
okay, the breathing exercises and meditation, you feel yourself getting stressed, take some deep breaths, do some box breathing, just in for 4 counts and hold it and then release it.
That's a practice I live by, Cherie. Sometimes I get I'm like, okay, I just got to stop for a moment and breathe. And that so helps me. It's something cathartic about stopping in the moment and just
Mhm.
consciously breathing, just focus on nothing but the breath at that moment.
Right. And meditation, not everybody can meditate. You have to realize that if you're sitting there and your brain, your mind is just running, breath work is probably something that's going to work better for you because you're concentrating on breathing in and out, and actually your mind kind of then stops because you're
Yes.
concentrating on that.
Yeah.
So and if you need to seek professional support, there is nothing wrong with going and talking to somebody. I actually enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody needs to have somebody to talk to that can be confidential,
Right.
that can be a third party, or if it's a family thing or a marriage thing, somebody that you can talk to. Or for me, um I remember my boyfriend was in a coma. My dad, he was in an ICU 3 hours, 2 hours from here. My dad was in an ICU somewhere else. We had all these things going on. I needed somebody to talk to. Don't feel bad about going and talking to somebody.
Right. Right.
Things happen. So sleep. People just seem to be more tired. We're going through a pandemic. We're going through the cold winter months. It's dark outside. People are
Cold.
stressed and crabby. I've run across some pretty crabby people lately.
Yeah.
So,
It's taking its effect on people. We've been going through this over a year now. Like January is when this first kicked off for us. So we've been in this
mhm.
state of suspended Life.
Yeah. So give yourself rest. Take a nap. I'm a napper. Some people can't nap. I don't have any problem with it. You can't nap?
I cannot nap. I get a
Mm,
headache. I've tried to, and I literally get a headache when I nap.
yeah. And see, I can go down and then I get back up and I'm productive again.
Uh-huh.
So everybody's different.
Body's different. Correct.
Yep. So if you're feeling that, try to go to bed earlier. And there's, you have the people too that just can't sleep. They can't sleep because of the stress and just try some of these techniques and see if there's something that will work for you. At least lay there and rest your body.
Hmm. Yeah.
Rest.
Yeah.
Even if you can't sleep, at least rest and get off your feet.
Right.
So the tea to relax before bed, like Beverly said, what's your favorite tea?
My favorite tea is what? If I open my cabinet and showed you my tea, it's just like, oh my gosh, she's got a tea store. My favorite tea. That's a good question. I think my favorite I would have to say would be a green tea blend, like anything that has green tea in it. Because I don't just drink a tea. I
Right.
have like, okay, this is my base. I've been trying to incorporate ginseng in a lot of my teas. At night, I have a special blend for my nighttime tea. I do a lot of medicinal teas. So I don't
Hmm.
know. That's interesting. I really have to think about that one.
Do you ever add the honey for the immune system?
I have to force myself to do because I usually like the flavor of tea. But
Okay.
I do as we go through the winter months that the honey is really good for helping you with the antibacterial component
Hmm.
of it, helps you to boost your immune system. So yeah, as a matter of fact, I literally was at the store last night and there was this brand that they had like wildflower raw something, and I had never seen that particular brand. It was new. It's like a new item. I always try to get something new and different. So we usually try to go to the Amish market and get our honey, but we haven't been able to get out. So I've been trying to keep my eye open for a good quality tea, honey for my tea. So yeah, I'm going to be using it a lot more, but I just lose just a very little bit because to me, tea is one of those like just wholesome and it just tastes great to me. I know most people you have to develop that palate for it, but most people want a little sugar or a little honey and a little maybe creamer and make it a little more palatable. But I mean, I've been on this health journey for decades, so I'm just used to things just the way they are for the medicinal benefits of that.
Hmm. Absolutely.
What about
And
you? Do you have any favorites?
I like the green tea. I like a raspberry flavor or even with some lemon.
Mhm.
I like a whole variety.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I like them all.
Reminds me that we did an episode on tea, so we would encourage you to go and check out
Hmm.
our YouTubes and pull that one up. So there's a lot of great information we shared on the tea video we did several months ago, right, Cherie?
Yeah, it was last fall, I think.
It's been that long. Wow.
So, and then another thing is to set up your environment for relaxation. You can make it feel like a spa,
Yes.
like this pretty picture here. She's got her tea, she's got a candle, she's got two candles actually, a little flower, um, essential oil diffuser if you can't use candles or don't like candles.
Mhm,
And then the other thing too, a humidifier.
mhm.
If you don't have one right on your furnace, have one going because it's so dry right now.
Right,
And you
right.
would think with all of this snow and everything, you wouldn't have that, but it's frozen. And, like my boyfriend has a humidifier going on in his house and it makes a huge
Yeah,
difference.
definitely does.
Huge difference. So here are some books that I'd like to share with you that are really good. Atomic Habits, Power of Habit, Take Control of Your Life with Mel Robbins.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And she has a lot of good YouTube videos. She
Right.
has all kinds. And they're short.
Hmm.
She's got a lot of short ones that like when I get out of the shower and I have my phone on, I'll just just keep playing her videos. And
Yeah,
and you know what I really like about her is she's
very real.
blunt. She
Yeah, she's
what?
very real. She's very real.
She's real and blunt and to the point. She's not going around the circle, and she's science-based, brain-based. And that's what I like is she's just going to tell you the way it is, do this, and she's not sugarcoating anything.
Yeah.
So that's what I like.
Yeah.
Um, free to focus, playing big. And then this other list is from some of my other health coach friends, The Gifts of Imperfection. And Brene Brown also has a bunch of videos on YouTube.
Right.
She did a TED Talk that went viral, and just to have her talk about that is hilarious.
Vulnerability, right? She did it on vulnerability.
Vulnerability, and she's like, this thing went viral. It's hilarious. And so kids these days, the untethered soul, educated, and the go-giver.
Mhm.
So these are very motivating and I would say self-help, but yet like the power of habit. How do you change your habits?
Mhm.
You know, it has a lot to do with your brain. So hydrate, hydrate,
Yeah.
hydrate. So 90% of us are dehydrated. And Beverly always has her pretty glasses.
Yep. I always
Yeah.
keep handy. And actually this one is just it's so like a plastic one. So a lot of times I'm in certain areas and I don't want to drop and break a glass. So I keep these handy. But I always love beautiful glasses. And this is just water.
And that doesn't look like plastic. It looks like glass. It looks like a beautiful, they call it a flute glass.
Champagne glass. Yep.
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 So because we're wearing masks all the time, we're not drinking the water.
Mhm.
So if you get even like on the screen is the mason jar, you can get those. I have this water bottle, and research shows that if you have a bottle with a straw, you're more likely to bring it up and take a sip than you are going to open up a water bottle.
Right. Right.
So, and flavored waters, you can flavor your water with anything.
Right.
Strawberries, lemon, lime,
Yeah.
whatever, cinnamon sticks, whatever you want.
Yeah, I like cinnamon sticks in mine. When I have my I do sun tea sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I will put the long sticks of cinnamon inside the water, and I have a couple of tea bags that sit out in the sun. So I get that energy radiating through the water, infusing my tea, and then that bit of cinnamon, which is good for your blood sugar. So yeah, I love that.
Perfect. And now coffee doesn't count. Okay, so you can't include coffee as, oh, there's water in there, so that counts. That doesn't count. I get that all the time. But I
Yeah.
drink my coffee in the morning. Yeah. Then you run to the bathroom.
Mhm.
So exercise.
Yes, love the exercise.
Love to exercise, but it's harder in the winter months. Or it
True.
seems harder to exercise in the winter months.
Mhm.
It's cold out there, it's dark, and you're like, oh. And when I put on all of my winter gear to go up in front of school, it takes me 10 minutes to get all that stuff on.
Right.
It's a lot. It's like work putting on my snow pants
Right.
and my boots,
Right.
and so, but it really is a mindset.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
if you really want to do it, and you're so happy when you get out there because you've got nature and the beauty and the sounds, just enjoy it.
The air is so fresh and clean. I do enjoy that. Like you take a nice deep breath, you can feel it. So yeah, I agree. The
Mhm.
winter months has a great benefit to it. So you just have to dress appropriately and get out there.
Mhm. Dress in layers. You got products like Thinsulate, lined pants.
Mhm.
There's so many different companies that have, you know, some good gear that you can purchase or just go in layers.
Right.
You know, the wicking formulas that they have out there. So
Mhm.
try a new activity. Snowshoeing. She looks like she's having fun. Go sledding. When was the last time you went sledding? you
I
know?
haven't did that in ages, but I just the thought of it just makes you think like, oh my God, how much fun that is. Kids, when you see them out there, they are just having the time of their life because it's so freeing. And it's just enjoying the winter, enjoying the snow. So yeah, that sounds like something I need to add to my list.
Well, and it's usually the last time we went sledding is when we had little kids, when our
Mhm,
kids were little.
mhm.
It's like, why don't we do that more?
Yeah.
So, and skiing, my son was helping me learn how to snowboarding, and I don't call this actually exercise, but it kind of is my boyfriend and I went ice fishing last weekend.
Yeah.
And you've got all the gear on and you've got to go from tip up to tip up. But mine was a workout because I was chasing the puppy that we got
I remember you told me that.
and my dog Max.
Yeah.
And Max is my big, like, bull mastiff dog that's 140 pounds. And all of a sudden he went,
I smell
and
true.
they were like 300 feet away, and he starts walking towards them because they're cooking brats and burgers on the grill. And he would not come to his name. I'm like, Max, and he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't come back. So then there goes the puppy. So it was a workout carrying the puppy, getting Max back. But the little children over there just loved to play with them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds like a fun day.
Yeah. And, we had the four-wheelers out on the ice, and they weren't driving out just yet. They're driving out now because it's been so cold. So
Okay.
they're driving the trucks out on the ice now. So the gyms are open, stay distance.
Mhm.
The gyms I go to, a couple of people wear masks. It's hard to exercise and have a mask on.
It really is difficult. It is and disabling you to get the oxygen you need from all of the exercise. So that's a really challenging one. You want to be safe, but I remember you were telling me like the little kids were running around in the gym and they were about to pass out because they couldn't breathe with mask on.
Well, they're required I'm a gym teacher by my full-time job during the week. For those of you that don't know, I am physical education and health at a primary school, and they are required to keep their masks on while we do our activities.
Mhm.
And I've been letting them play because they were out of school so long.
Yeah.
They can choose basketballs, volleyballs, scooters, hula hoops. You choose what skill you're going to work on. They're
Mhm.
still working on their skills, they're still exercising. But
Okay.
if they need to work on something that isn't as strenuous, they can choose to.
Mhm.
Well, Friday, like I was telling Beverly, is a full moon. Okay. You've got 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, full moon, crazy, crazy.
All this energy, huh?
So they needed to run. They
Uh-huh.
came in the gym and they were just crazy. So I'm like, all right, let's play tag. Yay, let's play tag. Well, what do they do when they play tag is they're giving it 100%. They're sprinting
Yeah.
and they need to breathe. So all of a sudden I've got like 5 kids sitting along the wall.
Like, can't do
And
it.
as long as they're 6 feet apart, pull your mask down, breathe, take a break. So before we'd always switch the next taggers, I just say, okay, everybody, sit down right where you are, take your mask down, breathe, take a second,
Right.
take a minute.
Right.
I don't need anybody passing out.
Exactly. Right. Right.
I don't need issues. And I do wonder sometimes what the lungs are going to be like breathing all of this in. I'd like to see the research on that eventually.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's like you want to follow the protocol to stay safe and healthy, but then having the mask on and involved in strenuous activities and you can't breathe, and it's
Hmm.
a concern for me. So I try not to go out very much.
Right, right. We're doing do what you can to stay safe, wear your mask. I just took my dad to get his vaccine also. He had the Moderna, whereas my daughter and son-in-law had the Pfizer.
Mhm.
Yep. So So far, so good. He goes back at the end of February for the second dosage. So sunlight is a huge issue in the winter. You know, you can be out there all day and you just really, some days are really sunny, but they're really cold still. It's kind of like it's trying to fool you. So I do go to the tanning bed February and March, and it does make me feel good to get some artificial sunlight. And I know that it's not good for my skin, but it's all about making me feel better too.
That's your self-care.
That's my self-care. And I'm so fair-skinned that when I get out in the sun in the summer, I burn. I can be a lobster. So if the gradualness with this fair skin does help me a little bit.
Mhm.
Vitamin D, you know, that, again,
Gotta
take
have.
your vitamin D, and it also helps with some inflammation too. So, and if you can take your women's vitamins, CBD oil helps, especially with my achy right hip. Turmeric,
I
very
love
good for
turmeric.
inflammation.
I put that some mornings in my lemon water. Love the turmeric. It's so
I
good.
have, let me see, I have my bottle. I just do the capsules.
Okay. Okay.
This is by Truvani. It
Mhm.
is curcumin, which is a component in turmeric. And I
Right.
think it's got some black pepper and stuff in there too.
Mhm.
But that's my natural inflammatory. Um, and then when I put ibuprofen on there because I have to sometimes resort to the ibuprofen. I try not to, but sometimes I have to. So essential oils. I've been doing my chakra oils every day.
Yay.
Yeah,
We love
7
oil.
chakras.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and for those who are watching, we did a video series on essential oils. So I would encourage you to go check those out because Cherie has a beautiful set that covers the chakras. So you learn about the chakras and essential oils that help those energy points. So that would be a good one to check back in as a reference. But essential oils has so many benefits.
We did that episode before that one on the 7 chakras for weight loss too.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've been doing a lot of great videos, you guys.
Yep. So subscribe and like our videos so that you get notifications.
Absolutely.
So,
And share them too.
oh yeah, absolutely. Share them with your friends. So the essential oils and then bath bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Take that nice relaxing bath. Set up your bathroom for like a spa.
Wow,
Throw
right.
in a good bath bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And just relax. You can even read one of those books while you're in there.
Exactly. And a little bit of essential oil in there, and you're in a self-care mode.
Yep. So, or some good Epsom salts. That works too.
Perfect.
Some of those even have the essential oils in them, the lavender and such.
Very true. Mm-hmm.
So what I've done too is this is a great time to refocus on you. What can you do for you today? So I just set up some of my appointments that we weren't able to set up before. So I just set up my mammogram, my colonoscopy. I can't get away with Cologuard anymore because my dad had colon cancer.
Okay.
So now I got to do the full colonoscopy. So, and then reflexology, chiropractor, acupuncture, things you can do for yourself. So set up some appointments that we weren't able to do before when things were shut down, especially.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So, especially if you're, that 50-ish. Oh, and make sure, the mammogram, the breast cancer screening, make sure you get that done early.
Right.
So acupuncture I mentioned, and Beverly did this beautiful slide. You want to go over that one, Beverly?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we did a video series on acupuncture. Cherie and I both have had the treatment done recently, and some of the benefits or claims of having acupuncture. We've listed several of them here. If these are areas that you've been challenged with, you're not getting any relief, so check out acupuncture. We have like allergy problems, anxiety, depression, osteoarthritis. I know that was one of the things you were saying you were having some problems with your joints. Oh, migraines is a big one. I had a family member who was having problems with migraines, and they have actually had some relief in having acupuncture. I found it interesting that you can have acupuncture for menstrual cramps and PMS. That's not something I deal with, but I've heard people who have like such extreme situations with this. So check it out. Chronic pain was where I showed up for acupuncture. The neck and back is where I hold a lot of my stress and frustration and anxiety. It just like locks up right here. And I went and had my treatment. I like no problems with this at all down. It's one of those things to me where you can get a lot of relief from a session, but follow the guidance of the doctor. That's who did my procedure, and follow the recommendations on like if you need to go for follow-ups every 2 weeks or once a month, so you can have that long-term benefit, because it's not like one time and it's done and you're good, but you will have such relief just from one appointment. That's what I experienced, and Cherie did as well. And it also helps with insomnia, hypertension, strokes, morning sickness. But first, check with your medical healthcare practitioner and have that conversation. But this is another way of dealing with something on a much more holistic. It's just like a Chinese method of medicine. So, Cherie, you have any more you want to contribute to that?
Well, and I did mine for my right hip, which I talk about for healing. I've got a lot of pain in there. And I actually, like I told Beverly, I'm going back to the surgeon to make sure that there isn't anything else going on in there. But it looks like I'm having an MRI on Tuesday on my birthday. I'll be turning 54 and I get to go have an MRI and meet with the surgeon the same day to see if I possibly have to have a hip replacement. So we will see. It could be just a piece of cartilage or something.
Fantastic. 54, what a blessing. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have any problems with turning 54. I'm all good with it. So it's another year older, but another year wiser.
Absolutely. And another year that you're here, which is a blessing.
Right. And health is everything, you guys. Health is everything. Health is wealth.
Health
It's
well, right.
if you can't, okay, I'm gonna go off topic a second. We're talking about retirement last week, and I gave my boyfriend such a lecture because he wants to wait because he could retire right now. And I'm like, you know what? People wait and then they can't do the things they want to physically, so don't wait to do the things that you want to do. Do them now, get out there. If you want to wait to retire, fine, but don't say, I'm going to wait till I retire to do them.
To do those things, right.
Sorry, had to go off topic because he told the guys at work, he's like, yeah, I got a lecture from my girlfriend this weekend.
Well, I think those were wise words, Sharon. I'm totally with you. While you have your health, go out, enjoy your life. Don't put it on the shelf and wait for one day, because that one day might not come.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've known too many young people that have passed away around me, and it's just don't wait. Get out there.
Absolutely.
So self-care continued. Get your hair done. I love getting my hair done. It makes me feel so much better. I go Friday and I'm like, I even thought about, oh, I should push that back. No, I'm not going to push it back. So manicure, pedicure, if you can. They are wearing masks. They can do it safely.
Right.
Massage, get those sore spots out. It feels so good.
Yes. Release some of the tension in the muscles.
If you can't go get a full body, at least just get a shoulder massage or something, or have somebody try to work on you. Get your eyebrows done. When I get my hair done, I'm having him do my eyebrows every single time because you have a mask on here. What do they look at? Your eyes and your eyebrows.
Right.
That's all they see, and your hair.
Yeah.
You know, get a facial, get a makeover, get a new body scrub and use that. Or
Exfoliation, that's great.
yeah, get a new lotion. You know, I like the company 100% Pure. They make things out of fruit pigments and they have makeup too. Everything's all natural. I love that.
That's
And
awesome.
and then flowers. I got to show you my flowers.
That is so beautiful. Your birthday bouquet.
This is from two of my bosses, Kathy and Krista. They own the boutique, women's boutique that I work at twice a month. And we sell wedding dresses and women's clothes and everything. And they always remember my birthday and bring me
That is
flowers.
beautiful. How
And
lovely. That's gorgeous.
yeah, they're always so beautiful. There's purple irises that remind me of my grandma's house. And the thing is, they make me feel happy.
I agree.
Yep, just having some flowers. And
The
I know
of the
that
flowers is what's coming is like the fragrance that's coming from it, the energy of the greenery, like it's just lifting your spirit. So yeah,
it adds
Valentine's
to,
Day.
it adds to my environment because I have the candles going over here. I know you have candles going right now.
Always have my candle here. This is my good energy. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then I've got the flowers on this side. It's a good setup here. Along, don't think I don't have a mess on this desk as well, because I do. I
We would
have many projects going on here. So our reference is healthline.com.
love that website. Great information there.
Yes. So if you can always look them up and for anything that you're dealing with it. And then the other information comes from me, Cherie Lynn Inc. or Beverly at Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching. If there's anything that you want us to look up for you, we love research. We
Yeah,
love talking about health and wellness and sharing what we find with you.
I agree. It's like a deep dive. It's like a research paper that comes to life for me. I just so love researching topics. And then like we always have things that are pertaining to our business, but then there's something that might pop up and somebody might mention to you and just like, oh my God, it's like, yeah, let's do a deep dive on that.
Mm-hmm. Just like last week, we mentioned that maybe we'll do one on cupping.
Yes, because I actually had that done. That's
You
fascinating.
had that done, but before we do it, I'm going to go do it. I'm
Yes.
going to go have it done so that I know what the experience feels like. So
Mhm.
if there's something that we don't know about, we'll certainly go and figure it out
Absolutely.
or find somebody that can teach us. So our platforms are provided to submit any questions you may have. We're here to support you on your health goals. Let us know if you have any topics of interest that you would like for us to present in a video. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Aging Backwards with Cherie and Beverly.
Yes.
So again, I'm Cherie Lynn Inc. There is my Instagram, my Facebook page, and I have a group called Overcome Extreme Fatigue with Cherie Lynn. And I have the Essential Energy Boosters Guide right there that you can grab for free. It's like a 3-page ebook to give you some insight on regaining some energy back.
That's awesome. You guys check Cherie out. She's got some amazing information there. From time to time, I'm on her Facebook. She's got a great group. So yeah, great stuff there, Cherie. Again, I'm Beverly with Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching. My tagline is Step into Dazzling Health. My social media platforms are listed there. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram. Website is there. I also have a free downloadable ebook on busting through the belly fat. And again, as Cherie indicated, we have our YouTube channel, Aging Backwards with Cherie and Beverly. We would love to have you to subscribe, to share, and let us know in the comments if there's anything that we can do and help to support you.
Yes, and remember, Bev and I both work in weight loss, and I work more with the exhausted, fatigued, busy woman that needs ideas on how to improve her life and lose weight. And Beverly works with the menopausal woman. So you can reach out to either one of us email, messenger, Facebook,
Mhm.
any way you want to, and just have a conversation with you. We'll pick up the phone and talk with you,
Yes. Yes.
personable. So, all
Very much.
right. So thanks for being here, everybody. We hope you
Great
enjoy our episodes and have a great rest of your week.
chat. Guys, take care. Bye.
Bye now.